brand spanking new Northern update where today things are gonna get a little bit fiery as we are going to be crafting the brand new full auto fire apocalypse breath quad barrel shotgun. That's a mouthful. Get the heck out of here, Roman zombie. And things are going to get awesome because not just that, we're going on a little bit of a shopping spree, and after we beat the boss today, we're getting our hands on a little bit of a St. Bernard puppy, along with telling us exactly when we can expect to get our hands on the repair workbench after doing a little bit of math and what the plan looks like moving forward. But first, we've been stockpiling some daily tasks. We have the next boss ready to go. First though, let's go ahead and unlock the Apocalypse Breath Shotgun Blueprint because this is gonna be the star of today's show. We're gonna be using it to clear out the northern zones and of course pitting it up against the boss. And I also want to go and show off the brand new frost resistance stimulant as well, which restores health, removes the cold effect, and protects us from the cold. All things that actually might come in very handy when we're fighting that boss. Because I don't know if you guys recall, but last time we were fighting the boss, we, even though have plenty of armor to go to the location, apparently that location keeps on getting colder throughout the battle. So we're gonna be bringing some berry tinctures and frost resistant stimulants to help us out. And of course, we got a little bit of crafting to do, not just the shotgun, but let's go ahead and get our hands on, I wanna go with, let's say, 10 of these bad boys. So that's 4, 5, 9, and 10 total warming first aid kits because these are going to be perfect for that boss battle that we are anticipating getting our hands into. And of course, let's go and craft the star of the show, as I was saying, something that isn't really that cheap. This thing is, here's the thing, after you beat the boss once, you can unlock this blueprint, and by the sounds of it, it absolutely melts through the northern zones, but you gotta get your hands on some titanium to freaking utilize this, which is not an easy thing to do. If you're trying to craft titanium from raw resources, it's gonna be pretty freaking expensive. And oh mama, that thing looks beautiful. Let's see really quickly how this looks. Oh my god, are you oh, the fire rate on this thing, are you kidding me? We're gonna have a lot of fun today, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and start making our way up to those northern zones and preparing to go and, gosh dang it, freaking squeeze through here. Preparing to go and face Mr. Bossman himself. And hopefully y'all are having an absolutely fantastic day of the most ways of variety that only keeps getting better from here on out, whether they be for the video, bring you a smile, bring you a giggle, anything or everything like that. Does not matter to me how a little bit of joy can go ahead and make its way into your day today. I'm just crossing my fingers that's indeedly do. What's that? I'm just crossing my fingers that's indeedly do exactly what that joy do because nothing else brings a smile to my face like knowing that hopefully I might be able to bring one to yours in some way, shape, form, or fashion of any sorts. And I think once we see this bad boy in action, there will be plenty of smiles being spread. We'll use it a little bit in each of these zones because we got a couple of tasks to knock out before we unlock our next battle with the Borealis boss, which mathematically speaking is a boss that you're going to be able to fight pretty much every 5 days. And of course, after we beat him, we get our hands on 300 infected genomes, which then means we're going to be able to get our hands on a St. Bernard puppy that right now we can't afford. And then ultimately, after the 10th time that we kill Borealis, the repair workbench will be ours. And I did the math, and we're able to do a couple of these smaller purchases while still making sure that as soon as that 10th Borealis kill is done, we can still get the repair workbench ASAP, because I think I speak for everybody when I say that is the star of the show. No pun intended, coming from Star. That is really gonna be the thing that we wanna see in action the most. Now, here is the thing. Over here, what is our task? We gotta find Fluffy the cat. Fluffy, where the heck are you? There's no arrow pointing me in a direction. Maybe I gotta talk to someone over here. What is going on? Where is your kitty cat? Our cat is lost again. Can you find it? I mean, I could look around. There's only so many places it could be hiding in, and I'm just gonna be taking a peek over here at our mini map and seeing where it leads us to. Now, are there freaking frozen zombies in this zone? I forget. I don't know if the frozen zombies start, like, there's a couple sprinkled in the zone or not, or if they start showing up. Oh, there it is. He's being surrounded by dire wolves. Get the heck out of here, you wolves. And luckily, we do have Oxenfree, the dog, helping us out. And actually, a fun little fact, something that I found out is that there's another small change that happened to the way that the True Friend works. So currently, our True Friend does 20 damage. This is because we do 5 base damage, plus I have 3 dogs in the dog crate that add 5 damage each thanks to the leader perk. Now, here's the thing. Your True Friend always comes with you. It doesn't matter if your dog crate has food in it currently. If you have a True Friend, which is a very freaking first world problem to have, it is very hard to get your hands on this thing, and I hope that they continue making it a little bit easier somewhat in the future. But if you do have a True Friend, your dogs actually don't need to be fed. Your True Friend will always come with you. However, I actually noticed this the other day when I was streaming over at TrueSideTV/Starside every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And he was only doing 5 damage. So he, like, all the effects of the dogs, the perks of the dogs actually are not active, but your true friend will still come with you, so it'll be like a little bit nerfed. So just a little bit of a heads up there, in addition to a couple of other things that I've just noticed kind of throughout playing the update. And right now, I mean, I found the cat. What do I do? Is that it? I just had to rescue the cat. Are we good? Are we good, fam? Do I get like a reward? Is someone gonna be happy that I did this? I would like a reward over in this cool little location. Do you have anything for me, Mr. Man? You saved my pet. You're more of a friend to me now. Bro, that cat is in 2 locations at once. That's a quantum cat. Excuse me? He's right there and he was on top of that rock. I don't know what's going on. Let's go over to the next zone though, where we'll definitely be able to put this bad boy to use. And then there's gonna be a 3rd task that's probably gonna pop up as an event, because sometimes, whatchamacall, there's 3 daily tasks. You can do a daily task. You can do 3 daily tasks every day. Each daily task gets you 10 genomes, which by the way, is where, oh, there we go, actually. Check it out. The burnt out barn over here, where our current quest is gonna be to kill some boars. We'll do exactly that. Sometimes these things just pop up. But I did the math that essentially after the 10th time that you kill Borealis, if you don't spend any genome at all, you're gonna have 4,350 points ready to go. And then obviously the repair workbench is 3,600 points, which leaves you with about, what is it? My head ain't mathing right now. 750 points to spare if you want to unlock the repair workbench as soon as possible. And we're gonna be fighting some boars, which do qualify as the type of enemy that have winter protection. So it's about time that I think y'all know what we do. We bring the Apocalypse Breath Shotgun out to play. Hello, Mr. Boar, how you doing? Let's get you running into that and die, baby, die! Whoa! Got a little bit excited there. Yeah, still a little bit sick from the last video. I got really sick at the beginning of the week for some reason, but hey, it's all good except for the debilitating and awful sounding cough. This thing melted that guy, and the multiplier, it normally does 10 damage, but up against, whatchamacall, these winter enemies, I don't know if you all noticed, it's doing 38 damage a shot! And that thing is so fully automatic, I actually cannot get over it. It just absolutely melts these fools. All right, let's go and get one more boar kill here out the way, and yeet! That definitely did the trick, and this location has been cleared. I mean, I've wandered around this location before, and there's not really anything to do. There's a random guy here who just kind of apparently gives us the quest, although I already... yeah, save the boar, so he's gonna go back to fixing his tractor because he couldn't do that. But I mean, I've looked around and I haven't really like noticed any secret chests or anything like that. But speaking of things that I've noticed, especially as this update has come out, there are a couple of other small changes as well, like a couple of new recipes that have changed. A big one over here is in the SWAT armor. It now does actually require woolen fabric, which is the fabric that is dropped, the refined fabric of the zombies dropped in the northern locations. The zip gun actually got a lot cheaper, which is good because this thing used to require freaking steel. Now 16 iron plates instead of 2 steel bars before. I mean, not cheap, still a pretty garbage gun, but if you need a ranged weapon, it's not like it's semi-reasonable to craft this thing potentially, you know? Whatchamacall. And the cleaver also got a new recipe as well. It requires bolts now instead of leather. And that's just like a couple of things that I noticed there that I want to point out and call out for y'all. In addition to another interesting thing that we'll actually see over here as soon as we get to the map is that the oak zone has been removed from the swamp. I randomly noticed as I wasn't even paying attention. The oak zone that used to be here is gone. So I don't know if that's kind of foreboding or foretelling that maybe the swamp zone is going to be the next region that we get added and there's going to be their own currency up in the swamp zone instead of infected genome, or maybe we'll also be able to get infected genome from the swamp zone in the future and we'll get more rewards up in here. That'd be kind of freaking cool. But regardless, I digress. Why don't we go and clear out the last of the tasks that we need before we can go back to fighting Mr. Borealis. And this is a location where the Apocalypse Breath, I reckon, will be able to get quite a lot of usage out of this thing. And ooh, baby, is it awesome. But I hate how expensive it is, man. Seriously, the fact that it requires titanium to do, that is not an easy resource to come across. I mean, one of the more realistic ways that slightly earlier game players might be able to get that is by recycling some of the titanium parts that you can get throughout various events and throughout like the port and stuff like that. But otherwise, pure titanium, actually refining it, bro, you got to unlock the boat and make your way up to the north. So that is not going to be cheap unless, again, you are getting titanium through like some sort of an event that's going on. which is definitely possible, which is a bit of a bummer. So I know that that's like a bit of a harder thing for players to get, but if you are willing, right, there is actually access to some of these fire weapons over here in the equipment area. The fire damage weapon, y'all can actually buy these a la carte, essentially, should you choose. And if this is something that you are thinking about dropping a little bit of dollary dues in the game, boy, let me tell you, there is a best way that you can do this to maximize the bang for your buck and get some money back your way as well. You can get up to 25% cash back on anything that you do in Last Day on Earth. What you're gonna wanna do is go to that link at the very tippity top of the description. And once you go ahead and click that link, it is going to take you here to the Aptoid store. So from there, I mean, it's pretty easy peasy. There's a big old download button over here. Go ahead and press that. Now, I'm doing this through the web, but also what you can do is actually get the dedicated Aptoid app as well. And here y'all can see that it is literally just a dedicated app. Y'all do know we were just in Last Day on Earth Survival, and y'all can see that we actually have the possibility to just go ahead and update Last Day on Earth Survival instead of downloading it from the web. For existing users, if you have the game already, you can upgrade without losing any in-game achievements or anything like that. So all we're gonna do is go ahead and press update, and bada bing, bada boom, we just gotta go ahead and allow a couple of permissions. You are gonna wanna go to the second link in the description from the top and go over to that, and that is going to take you to the AppCoins wallet, which you are going to want to download, again, either from the web or from the app. Voila! We have the app. We are now going to want to go ahead and open this bad boy up and configure this. So we are going to want to launch the wallet, and then our wallet address has been created. But first, what we're going to want to do is actually put in a promo code by going over into the bottom right, clicking on rewards, and then using that promo code. And then for the promo code, you are going to want to put in StarSnipe5, submit it, and ka-chow! 5% extra bonus coming your way for any purchases that you make in Last Day on Earth. So we're gonna go and make a purchase, and this time when we go in to make a purchase, you will notice that we are actually being taken to this screen. Not just that, we are of course greeted by just immediately being told, hey, here's the purchase bonus that you are going to get as well, which is nice and hefty. So why don't we go and actually make a purchase through PayPal here for the sake of things. And really quickly, after logging in, just as usual here for PayPal, or again, if you do your credit card, whatever it is that you might be using, we're just gonna go ahead and complete the purchase, and then that will take us back to the app, just as any purchase would, with the added caveat that now there's gonna be some extra funds coming our way, brought to you by Aptoid. And there you go, success with our bonus being received. So hopefully y'all can take advantage of this as well. And again, huge thank you to Aptoid for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel and hooking us up with that StarSnipe5 promo code that, again, once you download the app wallet, you can go ahead and throw into there, which again will be getting you an extra 5% bonus in all of your Last Day on Earth purchases. So hopefully if you're thinking about getting that or anything else that might have to do with the new update, since there are some new things that were added relative to this new update, that's a great way to get some bang for your buck whilst doing it. And just want to make sure that y'all are aware of it. But obviously I know a lot of people there are going to be free to play and are going to continue to be free to play, which is completely a-okay. That's your hard-earned money. If you don't want to drop it on the game, completely understand. But if you're thinking about dropping it on the game, that's gonna be a great way to go ahead and do it. Now, hooky ducky artichokey, we gotta collect a little bit of copper, and we are gonna be melting some fools along the way. Let's just get this freaking boar to crash into that. Yay, baby! I love that thing, and hopefully I have enough pickaxe here to collect this copper, because I did only bring one pickaxe over here, and I think it's gonna have enough durability. Actually, it hasn't even gone red yet, so this should be more than enough for us to collect 3 copper, and this actually might be a lot faster than I anticipated, and we might be able to get over to Borealis a lot quicker. And ooh, bro, we got one of those freaking things. I didn't bring a shovel, but if y'all see on the mini-map, we do have the chest that unearths a thermite, which is obviously going to be a very good resource because of the fact, man, I wish I brought a shovel. It's essential in crafting pretty much all of the fire weapons over here. Thermite is used for all of them pretty much, so you know, it is what it is. But anyways, I digress. Let's go and let's make our way to the big kahuna, the big battle of this all. And we are, I mean, I think this bad boy is gonna make this boss battle a lot quicker than it was in the past. I'm excited, dude. I've heard a lot of people so far in the community talking about the great bang for your buck that this provides when it comes to like battling Borealis, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see what unfolds here. And it updates in 2 days and 23 hours. That's interesting. So hold on. Does that mean we can, after we complete all these daily tasks, just keep on coming back here every 3 days? I mean, that'd be kind of cool. That would actually make it a lot faster to get the repair workbench. I wouldn't mind. I'm just saying. But anyways, a couple of things that I want to point out here. So I did a little bit of testing. The berry tincture gives you 5 extra cold resistance for 60 seconds. The frost resistance stimulant, as we saw over here inside of this little page, is a lot better than that because it also restores 100% of your health like a first aid kit, removes the cold effect if you currently have it, and gives you, I believe, and protects you from the cold for 3 whole minutes. So it gives you a lot of protection. So I want to use a little bit of both throughout this boss battle. I think that'll be good. And then, we don't need to have 2 weapons because if y'all remember, one of the previous updates to Last Day on Earth was kind of the ability for weapons to auto swap. So we got, we'll actually be good there. And yeah, so we're going to start off with a little bit of berry tincture. And then I think we will, we're going to have the regular first aid kits. We're going to have berry tincture here as our initial thing. And then frost resistance stimulant to keep us protected. So we're gonna pop one of the tinctures before we start the battle, and then we'll take it from there. So deep breaths, ladies and gentlemen. This is a moment I've been waiting about 5 days for, because that's how long it took to get all the tasks riled up to get this done. Let's go ahead and pop one of those tinctures, and as you can see, we'll go over here into the passive skills. We got 60 seconds of our cold resistance being increased by 5. Without further ado, let's see what we can go ahead and do up against this boss, which again, what you are going to want to do is lure him towards these explosive barrels where we can try to get, you can actually use the explosive barrels, by the way, as a little bit of protection up against these things, but ultimately, we want to get him to just freaking, come on, hit the barrel, my brother. That's all that I'm asking you to do here, friend. Please, just use your little, he's really not budging. He is just insistent on just spamming this stuff. Well, I guess I could just use this opportunity here to freaking hit you with some of these shots, and we're gonna get out of that explosion because he's about to explode big time, and then we're gonna blast him with this thing. But dude, okay, it's actually, we got hit by that a little bit. So we do need to warm up, so we still get, but check it out, it disappears after a little bit of while of chilling. And actually, this is a good thing that we could use whenever he's doing his like rage mode. We can chill behind these guys. But also another thing that I just noticed is that this auto shotgun, it doesn't do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do. It doesn't do that like extra little bit of bonus damage that we see from a couple of other of the weapons. And let's go ahead and smash you full of those. And also let's lure you over to this guy. And it appears like he is actually, unearthed him, which is not good. We're gonna continue using this as a bit of protection, and then he's gonna like do this, I believe, 3 times, and then we gotta like lure him over to, oh no, that's a 4th. We gotta lure him over to us, and there we go. We just want to get him to do that little explosion. Boom, big hit over there. Oh, and continue blasting him. But yeah, we're only doing 10 damage per hit, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was really hoping we might be able to do a little bit more. And okay, now he's gonna be doing his like thing where he starts throwing stuff. We're gonna go chill over here, hide behind stuff. And so far, this is longer than the first boss battle was going for. And we haven't started to see that things start to happen where like we gotta worry about, okay, well this guy's out from the freaking cold. Let's go and let him burn a little bit. Oh, I accidentally hit a button. I should not have done that. Oh, that's not good, that's not good, that's not good. I'm gonna go and use my skill here to heal a little bit before. And, oh, come on. I know you want to explode this thing. Come on, baby. Explode it. Do a little bit of damage to yourself. It'll be all good in the neighborhood. I pinky swear. Come on, come on, come on. Do it, okay, and this is actually where we have started to freeze up a little bit. And I wonder, okay, let's go and pop a berry tincture now. And that, actually, check it out. We are still freezing despite popping that, despite the fact that we have, oh, baby, no, that's actually very bad right there. Get a little bit of separation. We are really getting cold right now. That's not good. So maybe it might be time for us to go ahead and pop our syringe here, which restores a lot of the cold, and that gives us a lot more protection. We're up to 38, so for the next 3 minutes, I mean, a single use of that might kind of set us up to never have to worry about cold during the entirety of this boss battle, pretty much. And this is, I think, kind of like going to be your go-to strategy. You kind of want to play hide and seek with some of these bad boys. We want to get him to do that thing over there, do as much damage as we can, and continue messing with him. And getting a little bit of separation while we are at all of that stuff. And he is going to continue hitting us with his ice crystals. But you know what? I don't care. I'm going to continue blasting you. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, that was really bad, dude. He actually just did a lot of damage to us because of that. Big hit that he does over there can really do a number on us, but that's all right. We're doing A-okay. The frozen fast biter should die here shortly. And oh, baby, we just got a couple more full auto shotgun blasts. And Borealis, see ya. I would not want to be down with you. Thank you for the Z card, which, I mean, it's interesting that they added a new boss that drops the Bunker Z card, because all the current ways of getting the Bunker Z card are from like so long ago. I'm intrigued by what that might mean for the future, because adding that to this loot table is very interesting, and it might be a sign of things to come, but I don't know. There you all have it, a battle with Borealis, and that time a lot less stressful than the first time, and y'all saw just how good this thing was. Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed that it wasn't doing bonus damage like the rest of our weapons. So I'm not gonna lie, I might even recommend, you might be better off using a different gun than the Apocalypse Breath specifically for this boss battle, because between the fast fire rate and the fire damage, it absolutely melts all those regular fire enemies. But this one, a little bit different. And honestly, for this battle, as long as you got some things to keep you warm, like berry tinctures and some warming first aid kits, you really don't have to rush through it too fast. And especially if you got your hands on that frost resistance stimulant, 10 extra cold for 3 whole minutes. Again, I don't know if y'all noticed, outside of when we got hit with an ice crystal, we did not have to worry about cold throughout the rest of that battle. But okie dokie artichoke, I will be grabbing as much of the goodies as I can from here. And the loot here, it's solid. Carbon composites, engine parts, factory parts are good. But really, the reason that we come to this battle is for the fact of this. All of the extra genome that we receive from doing exactly this. That's why we come here, and that is why we will continue to come here, because we need as much of that as possible to get our hands on the repair workbench. We are now 20% of the way towards unlocking it, and we will continue working our way up towards that. And as we all doing that, I would love to hear from you all in that comment section down below as well, what y'all think of the boss battle and how the updates so far is treating you guys, how you like kind of like the daily task system. Personally, I like it because it got like, I don't know, man. It is, oh, this says updates in 2 days and 23 hours. What exactly does that mean? What do you mean by that? Is that just when the location respawns so we can like go back there and pick up any loot that we missed for like the next couple of days? Or is that like the minimum amount of time we need to wait in between battles? I also want to see, I hope this doesn't mean that we need to wait that long until we start getting daily tasks again. We'll have to monitor that situation and see what comes out of that. But anyways, yeah, the daily task system in the rewards, while I'm impatient and I wish we could get these more often, I do like the fact that it kind of, you know, makes this update enjoyable for a longer period of time. And you're not just going to be able to rush through and enjoy everything. It's going to be something that a lot of the community is unlocking and enjoying at the same time. Although I do wish there were more daily tasks. I feel like 3 ain't enough. I wish that we saw like 5 daily tasks or something, so you don't have to do so many in between Borealis boss battles, because that is really kind of like the bread and butter of this update. And speaking of the bread and butter of this update, well, it's not bread and butter. It's a little bit of it's a different type of appetizer, you know, a little bit of calamari, metaphorically speaking. The Saint Bernard puppy, which has a very interesting description. It can become a true friend in harsh snowbound locations. I don't know what the heck that means. That's like, does that mean that this can like evolve into a true friend by like grinding it in snowy locations? I don't know. But you know what I do know? That we are getting our hands on one of these Saint Bernard puppies that has been added to our inbox, and we are going to go and not hatch that bad boy, but bring him home and check out the new dog that was added in this update as well. And like I mentioned a little bit earlier as well, make sure you all pop on over to twitch.tv/starside. We're live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, play last Saturday, having a ball, having a blast, kicking every weekend off. All right, if y'all don't know what time that starts in your local time zone, twitch.tv/starside, that schedule will be able to go ahead and help you out. And that dog has been sent to the crate, but we'll go ahead and kind of speed up the grow up period here so we can really enjoy it as soon as possible. But once you know what time that starts in your local time zone, twitch.tv/StarStypes, that schedule will be able to help you out. Once you know what time it starts, that's the same time that it's starting every single week, same time, same place, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, with the face cam on, with the live chat rolling. Great way to kick the weekend off right every single week. So looking forward to seeing some boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, over there for some bonus last day on Earth action and a little bit of fun before the weekend starts. But why don't we go ahead, skip the grow up for Rocky, and here we have our very first Saint Bernard. Now, I'm gonna be honest, there's not much that we can really do with Rocky at the moment. I mean, I can bring him out and we can check out what he looks like, you know, just up and around the base, but unfortunately, until we get a true friend on Rocky, we can't bring him with. And here's the thing, we're gonna wanna bring him with because there are a couple of new traits that have been added to the all traits list that are specific to Saint Bernards. And that is going to be, we got 2 over here in the rank 2 area, where you can have a frost resistance or warm ties. Frost resistance increases the duration of frost resistant stimulant and berry tinctures, which could definitely come in handy as we just saw the effects of those things firsthand. And warm ties, where your true friend, if it is a true friend, increases your cold resistance, which means it's like a built-in berry tincture just coming along for the ride. That is freaking awesome as well. And then if we continue working our way down, there is still one more. We've got the Mighty Paws perk over here, rank 3, where the true friend ignores the enemy's icy armor when they're getting bitten, meaning that realistically speaking, man, you could get, and obviously there's nothing new on level 4, but we can of course have a true friend. So the best case scenario for a true friend Saint Bernard, which is gonna be incredibly hard to get to because currently the only way that I'm aware of getting a Saint Bernard is by using infected genomes on it. So that's not gonna be a priority for a while, but I didn't want to get at least one to show it off here. And your best case scenario is gonna be a true friend with Mighty Paws and arguably I'd say the warm ties because that's more passive. Frost resistance, you still need to be using berry tinctures and frost resistant stimulants, whereas warm ties is like a built-in passive effect that's always going to be keeping you slightly warmer, which could make you, which could enable you to bring like different types of armor to the north and not worry about freezing. So I think the best case scenario for this dog is going to be warm ties and then the Mighty Paws. And this combined with, again, the new like spike collars and stuff like that, right, could theoretically speaking enable that dog to do 40 damage per hit, because this thing adds an extra 20 damage. And right now, as y'all saw, Oliver, you know, he was doing 20 damage per regular hit. Throw a spike collar on top of that, and then brings it up to 40. And then, I mean, the world's our oyster, baby. There's a lot of good damage we could do, but why don't we go, and where are you, my Saint Bernard? How far do I have to look to find this new pup? There he is! How do you do, my boy? Get over here. No, come on, run over to me. He's looking at me, but like, I want to get a better view of you. I wish I could like get him to follow me or do something. He just kind of, oh, there we go. He's walking over this way. What's up, dude? How's it going? Look at you. He's so freaking adorable. I can't wait until one day you're helping me battle some of those northern enemies, because, dude, imagine doing 40 damage and ignoring ice armor. That is very high potential for Saint Bernards. But of course, that is such an end game. I mean, it's beyond end game. It's so hard to get a true friend in Last Day on Earth, where I actively always tell people, hey, don't worry about doing it. Like, if it happens, it happens. But like, don't go out of your way trying to get a true friend, because it is way too difficult in terms of like, you know, the bang for your buck and how hard it is versus like how helpful they are. Although, I'm not gonna lie, man, with this update, especially with this backpack, dogs are now going to be very helpful on raids because you can bring more stuff home with you. And of course, extra damage too. I mean, for a Rottweiler, you could theoretically bring that damage up as high as 60 per hit, which is insane. But anyways, I digress. There y'all have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our next battle for Borealis. And now we are just gotta wait and see what happens. And if we get these daily tasks back, or if we have to wait 3 days before daily tasks start spawning in again. I really hope we don't have to wait 3 days, but like, there's a chance that maybe, because like we need, like, you know, those daily tasks have to count towards something. And here, you know, we don't have that meter, so there might actually be another 3 day there might be another 3 day delay, which means technically you might only be fighting Borealis every 8 days, like almost once a week, which actually would mean that we need 8 days. We got to take him down 8 more times. bro, it might be like 2 months until we can actually get our hands on the repair workbench, which is a big bummer. But you know what? We'll see exactly what happens, and I'll inform you guys in the next video. But in the meantime, let me know in that comment section down below as well what y'all have noticed about this update, or things that maybe, you know, little gotchas, little Easter eggs, or little just kind of like hints, tips, and tricks that, you know, you have noticed, or things that you just kind of come across. And let's exactly get to the bottom of things and really see kind of like how this is gonna unfold. I don't know. I'm just excited to talk about the updates. This is the first time we've gotten an update this big in like a year. Although I wish there was more to do day to day. But time will tell, and we shall see. But alas, let's just start wrapping it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.